So this is everything you're going to need in order to make some soft, chewy pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. I'm starting off with some almond butter, but you can definitely switch this for any other nut or seed butter, loaded with healthy fats and really helps to keep the cookies nice and moist and soft. I'm adding in some coconut oil as well as, of course, some pumpkin. Pumpkin is great. It's loaded with fiber, so it's really good for your gut. It's loaded with beta carotene, supports your immune system, and also has tons of vitamin A, which is great for your eyes. Adding in a little bit of vanilla for some flavor, and then I'm just stirring that together until we get it nice and smooth, and it all combines really easily if you melt the coconut oil. So I would suggest melting the coconut oil so that it becomes nice and smooth. To that, I'm going to be adding in some coconut sugar, which is a great unrefined sugar, as well as a flax egg. So I wanted to keep these vegan so that everybody can enjoy them. But if you don't want to use a flax egg, you can use a regular egg. It will work just as well. And in order to make a flax egg, if you have never made one, I'll leave the measurements down below, but it's basically 1 tablespoon of ground flax with 3 tablespoons of water, and you let it sit for about 10-15 minutes until it gels. I'm adding in, of course, some pumpkin spice, some arrowroot flour, some almond flour, and then some baking soda. And what I like about this is that after this, you just have to stir it all together and you get this wonderful dough. So it does come together quite easily. In terms of substituting the flours, you do need to use either arrowroot or tapioca. I find if you leave it out, the cookies are going to become more crumbly and they're not going to hold together and have that nice chewiness that we're going for. Especially with paleo baking, using a blend of flours is usually better. So you're going to mix that up. If you can, let the dough chill either overnight or in the fridge. It's kind of like a secret when making like the best chocolate chip cookies. I learned this from like a French chef a long time ago, is to chill the dough first. So I'm adding in some chocolate chunks. Of course, you can use dairy-free chocolate chips too. I just had chocolate laying around, so I cut it up into chunks as to buying more chips. But whether it's chips or chunks, essentially the same thing. Fold those in. And then we're going to make our cookie shape. So I'm just using an ice cream scoop to keep them fairly uniform. And the cookies will get a little bit bigger than when you lie them on the tray, but they're not going to spread out too much. So I'm just using a cookie scoop and I'm pressing that down, and we're gonna bake them at 350 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. I would keep an eye on them at the 10 mark, and I'm gonna leave everything in the description as well, the measurements and everything. So I know you guys like seeing the texture, so you guys can see how soft and chewy these turn out. It's such a great, easy fall recipe. You can make a big batch of dough and even keep the dough in the freezer and then just make some as you want it, but they're so delicious and they are so moist as well. I'm gonna leave a couple other pumpkin recipes here on the screen, so pumpkin bread and pumpkin pancakes, because I know you guys are gonna love those recipes as well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.